Book of Heaven, Volume 11, September 12, 1913. Jesus has been speaking to Luisa for about 2 years about his will in a way which he has never manifested to anyone before. From that time, he has substituted the ecstasy of his most holy humanity, given to enamor her of his person, with the ecstasy of his divine will. I was thinking about how blessed Jesus has changed things. Even when he comes, I don't remain petrified as before, and as soon as he leaves, I feel I am in my natural state. I don't know what has happened to me, and what is more, I feel bothered if the thought comes to me, or if the one who has authority over me wanted to know about my things. But good Jesus, who watches over my every thought and wants not even one of them to be out of tune in my mind on coming, told me,
"My daughter, would you perhaps want me to use ropes and chains to keep you bound? Once they were necessary, and with all love I kept you bound, pretending to be deaf to some lament of yours. Remember. But now I no longer see them as necessary. For more than 2 years now I have wanted to use more noble chains with you, which are my will. This is why during this time I have always spoken to you of my will and of the sublime and indescribable effects which this will contains, which I have not manifested to anyone until now. Go through as many books as you want, and you will see that in none of them will you find what I have told you about my will. This was necessary to dispose your soul to the present state you are in. After keeping you always with me, I knew very well that you could not have endured suffering the continuous privation of my presence had I not substituted it with something, still my own, which invading your soul completely, would keep you captured more than my presence itself. My will took its place in keeping captured each one of your thoughts, affections, desires, words, so much so that your tongue speaks about my will with such eloquence and enthusiasm, because it is captured by my volition. This is why you feel bothered when you are asked, "How is it and why?" Jesus does not come as before, because you have been captured by my will, and your soul suffers when they want to break the sweet enchantment of my volition.
And I, Jesus, what are you saying? Go away, go away. It is my evils that have reduced me to such a state. Jesus smiled in hearing me say, "Go away," and clasping me more closely to himself, added,
I cannot go. Could I perhaps separate from my will? If you have my will, I must be always with you. My will and I are one, not two. Rather, let's come to the facts. Tell me, what are your evils?
And I, my love, I don't know. You yourself have said that your will keeps me captured. How can I know them? And Jesus,
You don't know them?
and I cannot know them, because you keep me always up above, and you give me no time to think about myself. And at the moment I want to think about myself, you scold me, now severely, to the point of telling me that I should be ashamed of doing that, now lovingly drawing me to yourself with such strength as to make me forget about myself. How can I do it? And Jesus,
If you cannot do it, it means that I am more pleased if you don't do it, since my will keeps hold of you in place of everything, and it would see itself being deprived of something that belongs to it. This is why it remains over you and prevents you from thinking about yourself, knowing that wherever my volition holds the place of everything, there cannot be evils. So jealous, I remain on guard.
and I, Jesus, are you making fun of me?
My daughter, you force me to speak to make you understand how things are. Listen, in order to make you reach a point so noble and divine, I behaved with you like two lovers who love each other to folly. You would never have loved my will so much had you not known me. Therefore, first I gave you the ecstasy of my humanity, so that knowing who I am, you would love me. And in order to draw all your love, I used with you many stratagems of love. You remember them. It is not necessary for me to make you a list. Now, after I have drawn you well to love my person, you have been caught by my will, and you love it. And since you could not be without me after so much time, as if we had lived together. It was necessary that the ecstasy of my will would hold in you the place of my humanity. Everything I have done before has been graces to dispose you to the ecstasy of my will, because when I dispose a soul to live in a higher way in my will, I have to manifest myself in order to infuse graces so great.
Surprised, I said, "What are you saying, O Jesus? What? Your will is ecstasy?"
Yes, my volition is true and perfect ecstasy, and you break this ecstasy whenever you want to think about yourself. But I will not let you win. Great chastisements will come in the near times, and even though you do not believe it, you and the one who directs you will believe when you hear them. This is why it is necessary that the ecstasy of my humanity be interrupted, though not completely, because otherwise you would bind me everywhere. So, I will let the sweet enchantment of my will take the place of it, also so that you may suffer less when you see the chastisements.